Salam students, welcome back. Today we are going to learn EVS 2 History Part 2, 5th chapter, Evolution of Mankind. But before that, let's take a short recap. We had learned Homo habilis, Homo erectus, and today we are going to learn Homo Neanderthalensis, means Neanderthal man. So the first point is, one more stage of development in human evolution is Homo Neanderthalensis. This means students, this is the next stage after Homo habilis and Homo erectus. Okay, now the next point, he was physically big and strong. He was commonly known as the Neanderthal man because his remains was first found at Neanderthal, a place in Germany. His brain was more developed than of Homo erectus. This means students, he had good height and strong build, and because his remains was first found at Neanderthal, a place in Germany, he was commonly known as Neanderthal man, and he had more developed brain than that of Homo erectus. Okay. Next point. The Neanderthals primarily lived in caves. They made tools out of big pebbles as well as from the flakes scraped off from them. Okay. This means they first lived in caves and made tools out of big pebbles as well as from flakes scraped off from them. Such tools were fixed on a bone or wooden shaft to make weapons like the spear, axe, etc. This means students, they used to fix it on a bone or wooden shaft. Shaft means a long piece of wood used for handling or to hold the weapons. Okay. Now the next point, the Neanderthals hunted big animals. They used scrapers made from stone flakes to scrape meat from the hide of dead animals. This means students, they hunted big animals using scrapers. Scrapers means a tool used for removing meat from the skin of the dead animals. Okay. Now here, hide of dead animals means skin of dead animals. Okay. Next point, they used leather clothing. They were mainly meat eaters. They ate meat roasted on fire. This means students, they used leather clothing because they used to scrape hide from the dead animals. So they used to get leather from there, from the skin of the dead animals. So they used leather clothing and were mainly meat eaters. Okay. And they ate meat by roasting on fire. Now the next, they knew the art of making fire by rubbing sticks of hard wood on each other or by striking one flintstone on another to obtain sparks. This means students, they learned the technique of lighting fire by rubbing the sticks of hardwood on each other or even by striking the one flintstone on the another, and the sparkles used for lighting the fire. Okay. Now the next, it is likely that the Neanderthals had developed some artistic skills. So we can say that the Neanderthal had developed some artistic skills. Okay. Now the next one, some scientists believe that they also communicated with each other by producing grunts and other primary sounds. This means students, some of the scientists believe that the Neanderthal man communicated with each other by producing some grunts and other primary sounds. Grunts is a sound made by a animal or a person in a special way or in a special manner. So that is known as grunt sound. So the Neanderthal man has learned the technique of communicating with each other. Okay. Now next, however, it is not known whether they had a developed language system to express their thoughts with the help of words. Means we never know that they really developed any language to express their thoughts with the help of the words or not. Okay. Next point, students. When a member of the group died, the Neanderthals buried tools, horns, etc. along with the dead bodies. And also they applied red ochre to the dead body before burying it. This means, students, whenever a member of the Neanderthal used to die, they used to bury his tools and the horns along with his dead body, and they used to apply red ochre. Ochre means red clay to his dead body before burying it. Okay. It indicates that the Neanderthals had established some rituals of burying the dead. Means the things whichever we have seen, this shows us that the Neanderthal had established some ritual of burying the dead. Okay. In the course of time, some groups of Neanderthals left Africa and migrated up to the continents of Europe and Asia. Means, in the meanwhile, what happened? Some of the group of the Neanderthals left Africa and they started shifting to the continent of Europe and Asia. Okay. Next point, naturally they had to face a different environment. Students, as we shift from one place to another, for example, if we are staying in Thane and we visit our village or native place, there the environment, the climatic condition, the living, the habits of eating and uh, living over there will be different. In the same way, the Neanderthal man, as he was living in Africa and he shifted to Europe and Asia, so he had to face a different environment there. Okay. Now the next point, they had to adopt new ways of living and finding food. Students, as a Neanderthal man migrated from Africa to Europe and Asia, but naturally they had to face a different environment there. In the same way, they had to adopt new ways of living and finding food also. Okay, now the next one. Therefore, they went on modifying and improving the tools that were essential in their life. Means, to survive there, they had to improve and modify their tools also, and which were essential for their life. Okay. However, the improvements in the tools took place over thousands of years. This means, students, the improvements in tools took place thousands of years. Okay. Now the next, Homo sapiens is the name used for humans that were more advanced than the Neanderthals. Now after this, after Neanderthal, the new name was given, that was Homo sapiens. Means the Homo sapiens is the name used for the humans that were more advanced. So they were used, more technology was used, and so more advanced than the Neanderthals. Okay. Homo sapiens means intelligent or intellectual man. So students, who was intelligent and intellectual man? Yes, Homo sapiens means after Neanderthal man, the next evolution of the Homos were Homo sapiens. Okay. Now the next, we shall learn more about him later. Okay. Afterwards we are going to learn more about him. Now the Neanderthals and the Homo sapiens were neighbors for some time in Europe. Means in Europe they were both neighbors of each other. It is believed that due to reasons like their conflicts with Homo sapiens and inability to adapt to environmental changes, the Neanderthals became extinct. This means students, because they cannot survive in the new environment, they became extinct. Or you can say that the Neanderthals became extinct due to the reasons like their conflict. Conflict means dispute or quarrel with Homo sapiens and the inability to adapt the environmental changes. Means they cannot survive in that changes or environment, you can say. Okay. Next, on the basis of C14 dating, it is estimated that the Neanderthals became extinct about 30,000 years ago. How many years ago? Yes, the Neanderthal became extinct about 30,000 years ago. On the basis of C14. What is this C14? Yes, students, C14 we have learnt. C14. C14 means the carbon 14. Carbon 14 dating is a way of determining the age of certain artifacts of a biological origin. Okay. It is used in dating things such as bone, cloth, then wood and plant fibers. Did you understand this? Okay. Now the next. What we have learned today, we have learned Homo neanderthalensis means Neanderthal man. Next is activity, fill in the blanks. First one, Homo neanderthalensis was physically big and dash. Yes, what will be the answer here? Yes, strong. Now the next one, second, the dash was more developed than that of Homo erectus. And here the answer will be brain. Okay. Now that's all for today. Saira. Thank you.